Hi guys, I'm Evie. I'm here with Nick and Melody. Welcome back to our series on FTC Basics, and we're talking about motors today.
So, the main types of motors are direct current motors that have some sort of gear ratio in between to manage certain speeds and torques. The most common kinds from GoBuilda and Rev Robotics include 19.2 or 20-to-1 motors, 13.7 or 14-to-1 motors, and 40-to-1 motors. The lower the gear ratio, the faster the gears will turn and the faster the motor will turn. But on the trade-off, the faster gear speed will result in a lower torque. A specific type of motor that Rev Robotics makes is a core hex motor, which is different from these other direct current motors in their orientation. You could mount them using any type of angle based on where you want it to go, instead of just being dependent on a mount like these. For drivetrains, the most common types are 20-to-1 motors because of their balance between power, speed, and torque. For faster things like intakes, and in this game you might consider spinning a certain carousel, you might consider a faster motor like 13.7s. Depending on how you want on your orientation, you may consider core hex motors, and the classic Rev 40-to-1 motors will always be better for higher torque capacities. So in summary, there are a lot of different motors your team could choose from, and depending on what speed, power, and orientation you need, you can choose based on gear ratio and accessibility. There are tons of different applications of motors in your robot, and your team needs to make the executive decision about where to use which kind.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you learned and enjoyed watching the video. Leave any comments, suggestions, or questions in the comments, and we'll get back to them.